You woke up, and the first thing you look for was your husband. But again, he wasn't by your side. You sigh for frustration. Your patience with Jungkook is about to run out. You are getting tired of him. Imagine you are married. You live together in the same house, but you don't seem to have a husband. When you wake up, he's not by your side. And also, when you go to the bed. Okay, you understand that it's hard to run a company. Maybe he's really busy. But why does even in weekend he need to come into office? He doesn't have time for you anymore. So sometimes you ask yourself, did he purposely do that to avoid you? But why? You and Jungkook have known each other since child. Since your both parents are friends, you always see each other when there are family gatherings. Even though you are not close, you pay attention to each other and say hi every time you met. You went to the same school from grade school to high school. He is known as a heartthrob, and you can say that many women are really crazy for him. But when you're about to graduate in grade 10, he suddenly stopped paying attention to you until you graduated. You didn't have chance to talk to him because after graduation, you needed to fly to England to study in college there. Your communication was totally cut off because you were really busy adjusting to your life there. You finished studying law, and later on, you became a registered lawyer. After a couple of years, you will finally go home. But less than 1 month since you came home, you found out that you were going to marry Jungkook. Your both parents arranged you to, so that the wealth would only cycle between two families, yours and Jungkook's family. At first, you are against on it, but later on, you agree. At least, you already know Jungkook than marrying someone you don't know. That is more worrisome. Before the wedding, you and Jungkook met several times, but you noticed that he still treated you differently. You thought at those times that maybe he was surprised too by what was happening. So you just understood him. And now you've been married for 2 weeks, but he is still treating you like that. It's like you were never friends before. I swear, you're almost to explode. You don't understand him. If he can't live with you, then why did he agree to marry you? And what's more, you don't understand why he always avoiding you and act cold towards you. You want to hear his side, but how? Your relationship is lack of communication, and you know that no relationship will last with such a setup. Meanwhile, Jungkook Kyung named Jin, owner of Jin Hit Entertainment, was going to get some documents when he saw Jungkook sleeping on his desk. Let me guess. You wake up early and leave your house before YN wakes up, right? Young, let me sleep first. How long will you do this, Jungkook? If you have a problem, then you should open this to your wife rather than avoiding her. How will you solve the problem if you do this every day? It won't be surprise if one day YN file a divorce. I can't forget what she said before until now, Young. My goodness, Jungkook. You were still young at that time. Now she is matured already. Besides, why did she agree to marry you? She is a lawyer. She knows that once she gets married with you, you will be together for life. Fix this, Jungkook. Remember, she should be my wife, but since you begged me, I give up her just for you. So please, fix your relationship before it's too late. Okay, promise. By the way, why did you come early and where's your assistant? Cookie Mom? I fired her. She went on vacation for 8 days without asking me. You fired her? What did you say? Did she beg you? That witch looks like happy with what I did. Jungkook slowly opened the door so he wouldn't wake you up. He went to the kitchen and drank some water until someone spoke. Can we talk? To Jungkook's shock, he blew out the water in his mouth. What are you doing in the dark living room? I waited for you to talk. You stood up and faced him. How long will you do this? Which one? Don't pretend that you don't know. I know you're avoiding me. Then I hope you won't agree to marry me. Fine. I give you a chance to explain your side. But he doesn't speak. He just looks down while playing his finger. Why did you agree to marry me? Is it all about wealth? No, he replied. Then what is your reason? The day I agreed to marry you, I also accepted that I needed to love you, and I did. I was slowly falling for you, but you? Why didn't you make an effort to make our marriage work out? I want to communicate with you, but you're avoiding me. If that's the case, then let's end this. What? No, I will not agree. Then why did you marry me if you only treat me like this? Again, he didn't answer. It was like he wanted to say something, but he couldn't tell you. You gave him time to say it, but it didn't happen. In your anger, you took off your wedding ring and put it on the table as you walked going to the door and opened it. Where are you going at this hour? Can't you see it's snowing outside? Don't act like you are concerned about me, Hugh said and slammed the door. You leave to avoid a possible bad things to happen. You know yourself. When you're angry, you can stop yourself, and because of that, it always happens that you ended up punching your enemy. And that is the reason why your parents are against you to becoming a lawyer, because you might be the one who gets sued. Jungkook quickly ran to the room and get a thick coat and umbrella. After that, he left the house to look for you. 15 minutes have passed since Jungkook looking for you, but he still can't find you. That makes him even more worried because it's so cold outside. What if something bad happens to you? He will really blame himself if that happens. He decided to go back at home, hoping that you're already there. But when he got home, he found out that you haven't returned home since you left, and now he's starting to have an anxiety attacks. He's restless. The only thing on his mind is that he needs to find you right away. He was really desperate to see you. He tried to call you over and over, but unfortunately, your phone was off. He looked for you in the whole village, but still, he couldn't find you. He had no other choice but to ask his Young for help to find you, but he didn't go any further. After finally he saw you sitting on a bench while looking up and happily catching the snow in your palm. I'm cold, you said. While catching the snow, You just felt that someone placed a coat behind you and put it on you. You turned around and saw Jungkook. I'm so worried about you. I'm not pretending. That's what I really feel. YN, I don't know if you remember this. Way back on grade 10, Ami asked you if there's a chance that you fall in love with me. Without hesitation, you answer her that it won't happen. You never fall in love with me. My heart's really broke since I secretly loved you at that time. I was even more heartbroken when I found out that you are leaving for England. I waited for you. After long years, you came back, but I heard that you will be married to my brother. So I begged for him not to marry you. Why I marry you? Because I love you. I'm happy even though I know that our marriage will only be one-sided love. He said while his tears are falling. You came and wiped his tears with your finger. Why didn't you tell me? I'm sorry if I said that and hurt you at that time. I admit that I was wrong. Because now, I already love you. You are right. I'm purposely avoiding you. Because it hurts my heart that I'm the only one in love in our marriage. That I was wrong. Thank you for loving me back. So you never be cold to me anymore? I promise, I won't do that anymore. See? It's really much better if there is a communication with each other. Like now, we clear our misunderstanding. So next time, if there is a problem, let's talk about it right away. Okay? He nodded, but still crying like a baby, as you spread your arms inviting him to hug you. The sadness in his eyes faded as he ran and hugged you tightly. The end. Thank you for watching, Kubis. Good night.